Hello, peeps! I am Tidbit, and this video showcase is of Target Optimus Prime, or, as I like to call them, Target Laser, because it's Target branding and it's Laser Optimus Prime. And they have a very nice red and black color scheme here. And I don't obviously see any robots. Does the trailer have any robots? It's got a dog. It's got a door that can't open. We'll talk about that later. It's got the same dog, but Bullseye's only supposed to have it on their one eye, but it makes sense. You're supposed to have the most iconography, but not the most accuracy when you're branding. And it's got these little legs that can go back and become a truck that is too big for the camera. But it does work. Now, we are going to check out the trailer first, because the trailer always precedes the main event. So, what we've got here is the ability to pop it open. And that's the only way you can open up this door. So you can open it up and then put it back like it's an actual trailer. But in this mode, it's like a little weapons bay or repair node of where you can take this little drone, flip out their arms. That's technically all of the transformation for this mode, and they can work on stuff in here. You can also take the trailer, flick down the legs, and bend up at this joint, bring this down a bit, and it's a standing wall, or like, it's a lot of things. It's a box, and it's got a lot of potential, because it's got so many of these ports to hold different things, and a peg right here. And speaking of ports and pegs, they have some cargo here. So we're gonna check that out. Just collapse all this up and put this off to the side. We don't need it for now. What we do need is this little peg for a gift card. This is such a clever idea to use the cassette mold, but bring it into a more modern styling, especially with Target. It's a little gift card, and you can hold it with the peg. But you can transform this little thing. What you are first going to do is just bend the sides down. Then you can take these front parts and move them up on this peg. Then you take the back area and you flip it down. So it's like this. Then you can just take the rest, collapse it all the way, and then take the back legs and rotate them down till they can't no more, and then you move the legs down. And you do that on both sides. And finally, you go into the underside, and you pull out the head of Bullseye. A tiny little dog. I believe this is the Ravage mold, and works well for a dog. And they even, looking up here, hello, focus. They've even got the tiny little black dot eye and the Bullseye on Bullseye as a Bullseye Giftcard. There's a lot of Bullseyes in here, and there's no more Bullseyes in this review. So we'll just set them off to the side to watch. Now, for the main event, let's get transforming them. So first, collapse the drums. Then take these arms and flip them outward. Then take these black panels and fold them down. Take the doors and bend them all the way out, like so. Then bend the legs, and then bend the hips. Next, open up the windows by disconnecting from these tabs up here, and separate the front of the truck. Then take the chest and just flip it all the way out. Then take these arms rotate them outward like so. Then you can take these doors, fold them all the way up to be the rest of the chest, put the front part of the chest down, connect the arms, rotate appropriately, and flip out the hand. And you do that on both sides. Click, spin, open, flip, close. Then you can take the waist, spin it around, separate, and open up the feet. Like so. And then you can take these shoulder bits, rotate them around, put the flap back down, and you do the same on both sides. Then finally, flip up the head until it clicks, and go in here and flip out this little panel that's hidden inside here. There we go. And then fold this down to complete. Target Optimus Prime with a very interesting color scheme. And I really, really like this figure. It is one of my top favorites because it's so posable. It's got, even without any weapons coming with them, they still have some inbuilt tricks, like these missile pod shoulders. And they're just so posable, and they can do so many little things. And final gimmick, well, official, is you can open up the chest and find the matrix inside. You sadly cannot access that matrix while in vehicle mode, so you have to get them all the way to robot mode to remove and place the matrix. It's the one tiny little issue with it. But before we get to fan modes, there is one tiny fan mode that I like to store her in, and that is to accentuate height. You can take the back heel, put it all the way down, and then just bend the toe just a little bit, and you can make heels. And if you bend the toe enough, they still stand. They work, and they can pose. You just gotta be very delicate, which is like wearing heels. Can't just go in there unprepared. But you're not here for fashion tips. You're here for a fan mode. So, this one is going to be a doozy. What we want to do is take the shoulders, flip them up, and put them like so. This is how I keep her stored in robot mode if I ever do that. Because it's got such a different feel to it. But take those, you angle them, kind of like so. Take the back part, open it up, take the head, fold it down, then take the windows and rotate it to only like one click, so it's at a 45-degree angle. Open up the missile pods and move the shoulder pads forward. Next, take the waist, spin it around, take the feet, flatten it out, then rotate the legs like so. And then for the arms you could really do anything with. You could put guns in their hands, you can store them away, but the mode that I will be putting them in today is completely no assistance fan mode. Everything you can do that I will show will be out of the box, no assistance. So you just take the hands, you put them away, and you put them in front of the chest. And we're kind of technically done. Now, you may be looking at this while I fidget with the hips to make them more rigid, and wondering, what the heck is this? The bottom part still hasn't revealed. It just says waiting. Well, that's because we're technically not done. We need the other part that comes with. we need the trailer for this. So that means the other Laser Primes can't do this. This is exclusive. You take this, you bend it out like it's all in battle mode. You can use the legs for this, but for review's sake and how many times this has fallen over, I'm just going to take an Energon brick hand and just plug it in to the top right there. Take the little drone off their stand, spin them around, put them like so. And then bend them as flat as possible. Be careful of this peg up here. So just be careful. I like to put it like this because then it looks like a little command post. But finally, you take the peg on the back of the windows and you peg it into the drone. Set the legs down, and you may have seen this from the thumbnail, but this is a battle station that barely fits on camera. It's got giant missile pods, it's got whatever you want to put here, and it works on Headmaster scale. You can either put her in this little back area, working in this low spot, or you can even take them and put them up here to be kind of direct and front to the action. And so that is the end of this fan mode. Thank you for watching. Like the video, comment your thoughts, check out the playlist for previous videos, and subscribe to be notified when a new one comes out. Bye-bye.